Alright, gonna be very little talking in this video, mostly working. I've got a little piece of scrap steel. It's 1084 high carbon, the length is 5 inches, the width is 1 inch. We have a local gun show this weekend, and we have 15 knives in the box to go to the show, and that's simply not acceptable to me because I hate odd numbers. So I'm gonna make a little knife just so we can have the 16 and start drawing the point down. As I said, very little talking, just mostly forging. But if you like what you see or like what you hear, please hit the like and subscribe button. And leave a comment, be greatly appreciated. So now that I've got the point where I want it, I'm bending it backwards so that when I hammer the bevels in, the blade won't get more upward sweep than I want. I've already decided at this point that I want sort of a little Skinner type blade, so I'm going to leave the curve not quite as much as I would have it if I wanted it to be just a straight back, but I want that upward sweep curve, and that's what I'm going to get when I hammer my bevels. And now I'm going to use the far edge of the anvil, and I'm marking where I want the transition between the choil and the handle to be. At this point, I'm satisfied with the preform on the blade. And for me, some people work the blade out and finish first. I usually don't. I've got the blade preform made. Now I'm going to work on the handle preform. Now I'm happy with all that. It's time to start putting the bevels in my blade. Clean the scale off and start at the tip and work backwards, hammering into the bevels. As I'm hammering into the bevels, I'm drawing down the blade edge, and that's also making the blade wider. And it'll at first straighten out that backward bend that I put on it with the horn. And then, if it works out the way I want it to, it'll sweep the tip up into a nice little Skinner shape. All right, now it's time to finish off the handle. I know I've got more stock than I need, so I'm going to have to cut a little off. There we go. Now notice how short that handle is. It's far too short to be useful at this point, but that's just my preform. As I work it and draw it out, it'll lengthen. And since I want this to be a small type blade, I'm shooting to have the handle and the blade length roughly the same. Well, I'm pretty happy with the blade shape now. Pretty happy with the way the handles turned out. Let's check the measurement. Yeah, right at 6.5. So we've gone from 5 inches to 6.5 inches. Not bad, not bad. Be a nice little carry knife. And I didn't show the normalizing. Would have been a little boring, but here we go with the quench. And into the warmed oil, and I'm just quenching the edge on this knife. I want the edge hard and the back to stay nice and soft. And as soon as I get it where I want it, I'll let it air cool and go into the grinding room and polish the edges up so I can see the colors around as I temper. Like I said, this is a quick and dirty knife. This isn't the way I normally do it, but this is the way I'm doing this one. And it works fine. It's been done by smiths for thousands of years. And there we go. Now I've taken it in there and polished the edge. And I'm just using my gas torch, got a little pan of water, and I'm heating the spine of the knife, and I'm watching for the temper colors to run up toward the edge, and this softens the steel to the point so the edge won't chip, but it'll still be plenty hard enough to make a good cutting edge. Almost. And there we go. Just right. Cool blade off. Grab a file. Little file test. Skates the file just fine. Doesn't try to dig in at all, so that edge is nice and hard. All right. That's how it should be. I'll leave this one nice and rustic. Very little grinding, just a little polish on it. Let the hammer marks show. Let everybody know it was hand forged. All finished up with a lace wood handle and ready for the show. Merry Christmas, everybody.